Packing is black, y'all. See some something pop. Anybody pop on, pop out, get on live with me so I can go ahead and get my thoughts. This is crazy, man. I mean, it just keeps on developing. People keep on bringing in more and more information. Uh, Saddening, man. Still saddening. I absolutely hate this. Uh, Soldier Kid. Let's go ahead and get it started. Somebody will come on eventually. Soldier Kid, though. Uh, Initially, they were saying that the the alleged witnesses that were on the scene as the murder occurred were saying that the assailants fled the scene in what appeared to be a Tahoe or Suburban. We now understand that it was the Dodge Journey. Soldier Kid was pictured on Instagram with indeed a Tahoe, a white Tahoe. So whenever we found out that it was indeed a dark colored Dodge Journey, that was one red flag to say, well, maybe this kid wasn't involved. But with him being pictured with his buddy on the car with the red mask, it still seemed indeed like that's a huge coincidence. Then you also have him calling himself Triple X, his gang or whatever, Triple X, and his little crew claiming the Triple X, and he was throwing that up, and he was even seeming to taunt Triple X Tentacion in his death to me in the video, because he seemed to be almost snickering at the camera when he was saying, I didn't have nothing to do with that. We just down here getting money, blah, 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 blah. What the hell does that have to do with anything? That you down there getting money on some South Florida-ish? What does that have to do with anything? Right now, people want answers, and you the prime suspect. So with you talking about you just down there getting money, that made it seem like, well, he has no remorse. It seemed like he don't care that Xxxtentacion was killed. It almost seemed like he might have really had something to do with this. Then you go and take. I saw a World Star song he put out today, and World Star is kind of even fucked up for accepting his song, and I'm sure he didn't pay. They accepted his song, and he had the cover art with him on the same picture that everybody was pointing out. He had the red mask in with his buddy on the side. That was his cover art. He was laid back on the car with the red mask on the side without his buddy in it, though. Then he goes and takes a picture for, I believe, Instagram at a chicken shop 8 minutes or 8 miles from where Xxxtentacion was killed. So that put him, automatically attached him to the scene of the crime. Come to find out, when you listen to the interview that Diamonds Live put up, come to find out, he didn't even, the assailants didn't even hop out with a red mask on. What's up, little bruh? They hopped out with red bandanas. So that took out, that's strike two. That took out another one of the clues that was pretty damning. I mean, that was very damning. So you got to think that now he's not involved at all. But you go back and him keep talking about money, and there being a lot of money allegedly in the Louis bag that was taken out of Xxxtentacion's car whenever he was killed. You keep talking about all of this money you getting, even with that video being on World Star. You think like, you got to think like, well, damn, if you did pay for that video, you look like, I mean, he didn't like a bummy nigga. He had a mouth full of, I guess they was white golds, maybe even platinum. But I don't know. It just seemed like he wasn't used to no money the way he was talking. It seemed like he was on some new money shit. So it seemed like, damn, you could have used that money, spent that to get your video on World Star. Then you have the X's on your eyes. It wasn't 3 X's, but still. X's, that's his name, Xxxtentacion. Everybody keeps riding by, so I keep waving. I'm in my hood right now, and everybody, well, it ain't really my hood. My hood's a couple streets over, but I've been in this hood for a while now. They kind of like adopted me, but for lack of a better term. But X's also mean over your eyes. That means that's a symbol of death. So it's almost like you taunting Xxxtentacion in his death. The thing I was worried about, where I kind of never really suspected him though, was that the police didn't make the arrest and come out and say that he was a person of suspicion and they wanted to speak with him immediately. That told me one thing for sure. That told me that they spoke to somebody on the scene. That told me 2 things. That told me, for one, they spoke to somebody on the scene that gave them different traces of evidence that we were getting through social media. Because had that been what they told them on the scene, what they told the police, there's no way they would have let him stay out on the streets like that. Because you have to assume that he's going to flee. He was already saying he was in a different city whenever he was being pictured in different Instagram videos. Another clue that will make you think that he would have been, though, was because, damn, it's raining out here. It's making me lose my train of thought. But he was saying involved because he's now fleeing the scene. Like, now you out of here, and on top of that, and okay, somebody said there's footage of him fleeing. Damn, I'm back. My bad, Jasu Hernandez was saying that it was a Dodge Journey, and then the person that came on and did the interview that Diamonds Live put up, that was seeming very real, because he was saying that he was on the scene. He was just talking about when X got to the motorcycle shop and how they were almost, it seemed like they were starstruck that Xxxtentacion was in the building, because he spoke of, like, and this is how things happen too. I know this just from being around different stars. Not stars to that magnitude, but stars like, because I went to college at a major university. I ran track there. I was an athlete, scholarship athlete. I was in all the scholarship athlete classes. They put you in a lot of classes together, and all y'all get to know each other. And when you in the classes with basketball players and football players, just because they're on TV every week and people see them on there getting interviewed and playing the sport and maybe scoring a touchdown and doing a dance or dunking on somebody and looking right into the camera, I remember all of that. That made those people larger than life. And whenever they did, when we would be in class or just walking across campus, people will go out of their way to try to make them feel special. Laugh at every one of their jokes, even if they ain't trying to be funny. Speaking to them every single time they get the chance. Anytime they got a question, they the first one to answer. Certain people be the first one to answer it. All of that kind of stuff. So it made perfect sense to me whenever he said, yeah, X was talking about this bike was slow, and we started laughing. And then he said, dumb slow, and we really started laughing. That makes sense. That's how people act around stars. They giddy. You know what I'm saying? They get giddy. They try to make the star feel really comfortable because they usually want something from you, whether it's just validation to make them feel more important, like, or maybe they want something from you in terms of being your friend, to try to get close to you or be seen with you. And what ended up happening? They wanted a picture with him, which I'm not saying that's bad, but that's really what happens though. So They wanted a picture with X. They lost him in the midst of the conversation. I guess X is looking for something with his uncle. And that's another thing. We didn't know he was with his uncle before that interview came out. So they lose X. They can't find him. So they go out and wait beside his car for him to come out so they can try to get a picture with him. Well, when X finally comes out, they ask for a picture. He says, nah, guys, not today. And they said he wasn't trying to be rude or nothing. He just seemed like he would rather get on about his business. Kind of like you do a cop when they ask you, do you mind if they search the car? And be like, no, officer, I'd rather just get on to where I was going. I ain't trying to be nasty, but no, you can't search my fucking car today. Y'all pathetic. But anyway, it's a whole nother subject. But where was I? Yeah, they said that he wanted to just go on about his business. So him and his uncle get in the car. He gets in the driver's side, his uncle gets in the passenger side. When they get up to before they get up to the stop sign, the Dodge Journey hops in front of them. Two guys hop out with red bandanas on. Not red masks, red bandanas. With big guns, with AR style guns. That's another clue. Remember when we saw the picture of a soldier kid with the chicken and he had the pistol with him? I think it was on his lap. The dude didn't have a pistol. When they shot X, they shot him through the neck with a assault rifle. And if you think about it, if they got really close, you wouldn't even have to get as close when you got an assault rifle. Thanks for the like, bro. But when it's an assault rifle, you ain't even got to get as close. They could have pointed it to him right from outside of the car. When you got a pistol, you would have to lean in the car to get a point blank range shot. And they said they heard X scream, "The fuck is going on?" So they got the assault rifle to him. And when they hit him, we didn't see no blood. So that means there was an exit wound on the other side of his neck when they shot him through the neck. That's where the blood was coming down at. That's why he didn't see no blood. The exit wound could have been on the other side of his neck with the blood going down. That means he shot at really close range with a rifle style gun. It wasn't like a slug, a big slug, or even a hollow point. Well, sometimes when a hollow point breaks up in you, you don't bleed out every time anyway. But hollow points usually tear out flesh. A rifle style bullet will go straight through and leave a big exit wound. So it could have went right through his neck, wham, and left an exit wound on the other side. My best friend got killed, and when he got killed, he got hit from close range, but it was with a pistol, and it left a. I don't even want to get into that, but so say he gets hit with the rifle, and it leaves the exit wound on the other side. That wasn't the pistol then. You know what I'm saying? Because Lil Buddy said he saw him hop out with back in. That's another clue that we was thinking it was two people. Him, Soldier Kid, and Soldier JoJo. Well, it was a third person, which was the driver. Which not saying they wouldn't have been. Somebody else couldn't have drove the vehicle, but you would just think that they would have all been together, and that third person would have wanted the clout just like he did. Another clue. Remember whenever they put up the tweet of the other guy's Twitter account, and they were saying that it was really Soldier Kid's Twitter account. Whenever they said I shot that nigga Xxxtentacion. I'm about to go viral. And then he had another tweet right up under it and said, I can't believe I really just popped this nigga. I'm dead, and put the little skull head. That's another clue. They end up coming back and finding out that wasn't his Twitter account. So everybody's really trying to gain clout off of this. When you go and look at Soldier Kid's video from World Star on the YouTube, it's got mad views already. So that shows you he's probably just doing this for some clout to try to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not saying he didn't have nothing to do with it. I don't know. All the signs, though, are pointing that he probably didn't. He could have, but he probably didn't. And in the beginning, I was convinced. I said, oh, yeah, this dumbass nigga done did this shit, and that pisses me off. And I wonder why the police didn't arrest him. I wanted him to go to jail forever. I had convicted him already in my mind, and that's sad, because that's how quickly things can go. People was posting this man's home address online on the different popular videos and stuff. And you know what's crazy? I was thinking like, okay, people's mad, but people on social media is fake. Everybody goes on and talks so much shit and don't even be real. If you see them in real life, they won't do nothing. So I'm thinking maybe somebody kind of knows him, maybe went on there and posted that and don't even know exactly where he lives, or it could just be completely made up. Come to find out, that was a real address. Because I seen another video where he said, people, y'all want to post my motherfucking address and shit. Y'all post my address. Said, come on, pop up, pull up then, pull up. We got something for your ass. And then he was like, I mean, I ain't saying I got the burn on me right now, but that's just for the police. So they can say, no, I didn't have it. I was just saying it, you know what I'm saying, to keep people away from me. He really had that thing and was waiting for a motherfucker to pop out. But it was on some scary shit. I believe, because not scary shit, you just don't know in this world, but it wouldn't really really come pop out. I'm with the shits because he said, tried to make it seem like he's on some music shit for real. He was like, I slept in the stew last night. Like, I'm getting it popping. Like, I'm ready to take his attention and run with it. Really, what it was is people posting your information online, and you ain't going for that. You going to sleep in the studio because you know that address ain't online, and you scared to death. Somebody could really come and kill your ass, because if you look at the LA shit, there was slews of people out there to support X. You think one person, at least one person in that crowd is with the shits and would really get busy and go to war for that young nigga X? Somebody would do it. What's up, Chomp? My son's here, y'all. I'm gonna holler at me. He keep wanting to go home, but I don't got the key to his crib. But yeah, so somebody would possibly do that, man. Would possibly go on and pursue the young brother, man. But I hope they don't, because even if he had been the killer, you don't wish that, because then what? We don't even get justice. He gets out the easy way. You don't want to take a life for a life. We want to see this dude go to jail and riot. We don't want him to get off easy and somebody go and take his life. Tell Gigi open it for you. But say though, I just feel like, man, we need to really sit back and let the law do their job and let them figure out what really happened, because we don't know. And it goes to show right there just how quickly things turned all the way around. And for an instance, I genuinely thought that there was no way this stupid ass nigga, and I still call him a stupid ass nigga, because of the way he's flaunting it and running with the attention just to try to gain some popularity, or a potential bag, or potential stardom, or money, or whatever. You running with somebody's death like it's cool, and it's not. So you still a dumbass nigga, Soldier Kid. But at the same time, I can't convict you just yet. I got to see more information. But from the looks of things right now, I'm saying no. Initially, I said all the way, it's dumbass nigga that did it. And he's about to throw himself in jail for it. Even 40 Glock online was like, damn, they don't even have, the police is mad. They ain't even got to go out. All they got to do is do the jobs from a desk, because all they got to do is go online, and these dumbass niggas that snitch on themselves. But if you go back and look at the information that's coming out now, I'm saying no. I'm saying I don't think he did it. If I had to bet my paycheck on it. But we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we find out sooner than later, if at all, because you know there's been times where we didn't get any results and we don't know who did it, and we never found out. God be with us. Let's just pray, y'all. Let's just pray. That's all we can do. Pray that they can find out who did it. And anyway, though, hey, I appreciate you staying with me, bro, whoever it is. I think it might be Hernandez, but appreciate you staying with me through the video, man. Hey, have a nice day. And I'll see y'all next time, man. Check in some of my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. I've been throwing up my little my little DJ Dusky videos, and I'm going to got more to come. So stay with me, and I'm going to catch you on the next one, bro. Peace and love to you. DJ Dusky, I'm out.